Imagine standing at a crossroads. On one side, a path paved with opportunity. On the other, a road that seems comfortable but leads to uncertainty. This is the reality of how people approach money. Have you ever wondered why some individuals seem to build wealth steadily while others struggle, paycheck to paycheck, despite working just as hard? The answer often lies in the difference between assets and liabilities, a distinction that shapes financial destinies, often without us realizing it. To understand this, we first need to unravel what assets and liabilities truly mean. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket, something that grows in value, generates income, or helps you build wealth over time. Think of a rental property that pays you rent each month, a business that earns profits, or even investments like stocks and bonds that pay dividends or appreciate in value. These are not just possessions. They're engines that work for you, even while you sleep. A liability, on the other hand, is something that takes money out of your pocket. It might feel satisfying to own a brand new car, but if it depreciates rapidly and costs you in loan payments, maintenance, and insurance, it's quietly draining your resources. The same goes for the latest gadgets, designer clothes, or even a house that's more luxurious than necessary and eats up your income with high mortgage payments and taxes. Now, let's look at how the rich and the poor approach these concepts. The wealthy have learned to focus on acquiring assets. When they come into extra money, whether it's from a bonus, a gift, or even a small windfall, their first thought is, how can I make this money work for me? They might invest in real estate, buy shares in a company, or start a small business. Over time, these assets begin to generate more income, creating a snowball effect that leads to greater and greater wealth. Contrast this with those who are struggling financially. Often, the first instinct when coming into extra money is to spend it on things that provide immediate comfort or status: a new phone, a bigger TV, a stylish car. These are liabilities. They may bring short-term happiness, but they do not create lasting value. Instead, they create a cycle where money comes in, and then flows right back out, leaving little to show for years of hard work. It's important to recognize that this isn't about blaming or shaming. Many of us were never taught these fundamentals. Society often encourages us to measure success by what we own, not by what we build. Advertisements flash images of luxury and convenience, tempting us to spend rather than invest. And sometimes, the pressure to fit in or provide for our family in visible ways can push us toward choices that, in the long run, don't serve us. But here's the empowering truth. This cycle can be broken, no matter where you start. The first step is awareness. Understanding the difference between what helps your financial future and what hinders it. Ask yourself before every purchase, does this put money into my pocket, or take money out? Is this something that will grow in value, or will it cost me more down the line? Let's make this real with a story. Imagine two friends, Anna and Ben. Both start their first jobs making the same salary. Anna decides to spend her extra money on a new car, taking out a loan to pay for it. She enjoys the ride and the attention it brings, but each month, a chunk of her paycheck goes toward payments, insurance, and maintenance. The car is a liability. It's losing value every day, and it's taking money out of her pocket. Ben, on the other hand, chooses to buy a small apartment in an up-and-coming neighborhood. He rents it out, and while the monthly rent isn't a fortune, it covers the mortgage and leaves him with a little bit extra each month. Over time, the property increases in value, and Ben's wealth grows. The apartment is an asset, working quietly in the background, building Ben's financial foundation. Years later, Anna finds that her car is worth much less than she paid for it, and she's still struggling to save. Ben, meanwhile, now owns multiple properties and has passive income streams that give him freedom and security. This isn't to say you should never enjoy your money or treat yourself. The point is to be conscious of the long-term impact of your choices. Building wealth is about balance, taking care of your needs and joys today, while also planting seeds for tomorrow. So, how do you start shifting your mindset toward buying assets? First, educate yourself. Learn about personal finance, investing, and the principles of wealth building. There are countless resources, books, podcasts, mentors, waiting to guide you. Second, start small. You don't need thousands of dollars to begin. Even small investments add up over time. Consider setting aside a portion of your income each month to purchase shares in a mutual fund, or start a side business based on your skills. Third, be patient. Assets often take time to grow. The process can feel slow at first, but consistency is key. Over the years, your efforts will compound, and you'll start to see the results. Fourth, resist the pressure to keep up with others. True wealth is not about appearances. It's about security, freedom, and the ability to live life on your terms. Finally, teach others. When you understand the power of assets versus liabilities, share it with your family, your friends, your community. The more we lift each other up with knowledge, the more we all benefit. Remember, every financial decision is a vote for your future. Will you choose the fleeting comfort of liabilities or the enduring strength of assets? The answer is within your reach, one choice at a time. So, the next time you stand at that crossroads, pause. Picture the life you want to build, not just for today, but for years to come. Choose the path that leads to growth, security, and possibility. Let your money work for you, and watch as doors you never imagined begin to open. Because in the end, wealth isn't just about what you have. It's about what you create, and the legacy you leave behind. Start building that legacy today, one asset at a time.